It says I'm live. I don't know, I have to just make sure we got all this up and running. Analytics, come on. Get that up so I can see myself. I've got the camera in a different position tonight. I'll put my headphones on, hear what I'm saying. It's a bit daft really, isn't it? I can hear what I'm saying because you're saying it. So, welcome back to another live stream. I don't really need these headphones, do I? Yes, welcome back to another live stream. Tonight, we'll try and keep it short tonight, not 3 hours long, unless you start asking loads of questions and blah, blah, blah. But I just thought we'll do a bit of a live update, live stream updating you about stuff that we've been doing. We've been on lockdown now since midday Tuesday. It's now Sunday, obviously, as this is the Sunday live stream. Tina managed to get her eye surgery done Tuesday morning. 70?
Is that what he said? It went to say, yeah. I wasn't looking what I was doing.
It says 70.
Oh,
I've lost track. I've done it again.
I was having the eyes.
Oh, yeah, Tina, she was getting her eyes done Tuesday morning. Taxi picked her up at 6:30 in the morning. We was waiting for a phone call for them to actually cancel the operation because it's a non-urgent operation. Obviously, it was sort of fairly important because Tina was blind in one eye. But but they phoned up and said operation's obviously still going, but you won't be able to have a general anaesthetic. You know what I mean. Yeah, I've got to put my teeth back in. Anyway, so she had to have a local, but she said she was just glad that she was getting it done. And while she was in there waiting and that, they was actually phoning up and cancelling operations and appointments from 12 o'clock onwards. So she was quite lucky to get her operation done. She can now see. And as I said in the video, bugger. We can't get away with quite as much stuff now because she can see what we're getting up to. She can see that now. So we was locked down from midday Tuesday. Oh, here we go. Got a cup of tea coming.
Do you want your biscuits now?
Oh, yes, please.
You're going to sit crunching them in the microphone?
No, I might sit back. I'm only in it for the parking. Anyway, yeah, so she got her eyes fixed. She can now see. Lockdown started from midday Tuesday. For us, no different, because we was all stocked up with food. Oh, look what's coming. Thanks.
Homemade.
I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can off it.
Thank you. So the diet has gone out the window. Yo, Ollie! I've got Boliv Orange on the live stream. I'm now going to have a ginger nut. And I'm going to really risk it and dunk it in my cup of tea. Ah, taste of home. Ginger nuts. Yeah. So we was all stocked up with food because Tina's seen this coming for a long time, apparently. Well, apparently I know she has. She kept saying that, oh, this is happening in China, that's happening in China. I think it's going to come to us. Let's get stocked up. So we was pretty well prepared. We don't really need to go out for any shopping. Got plenty of arse paper. Yes. I'm going to have another one now. I shouldn't really. We've just had a roast dinner. and I'm absolutely stuffed after that. But when you got something sweet afterwards, it just goes somewhere else, doesn't it? You can always manage to fit it in. So yeah, this is just a bit of an update. I've put out an update video today. We was outside putting some potatoes in the ground and onions. This is, we was planning to do it anyway. Before this virus thing even kicked off. Hang on a minute, I'm getting attacked here by the microphone. Yeah, so we was always planning on being a bit self-sufficient. So we was getting some potatoes in the ground. We put some onions in. We did some potatoes yesterday and some beetroot. We've got loads of seeds to go in. But we'll get it all done. Not a lot of dancing around out there. And yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. Don't know how long this lockdown is going to last for. There's talk of it could be up to 6 weeks. I don't go out anyway, if we do go out, it's over to mum and dad's. Or if I've got an appointment like the optician or something, anything for the doctor, the doctor's normally... Hang on. It's still there. Hang on, why is the camera still moving? It's probably because I've got the bloody... There we go. I'm sorry, the cable's still dangling. Hang on, I need to... That's it. We're back on. Yeah, the cable's still there. There's nothing hanging off it today. Not yet, anyway. Was it? No, it wasn't a telly. What was it? It was a monkey, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What we got to hang on it today? Yeah, Tina's actually doing quite well after her eye operation. She was getting a bit of a panic on about it, really, because she's got a bit of a phobia with her eyes, going near her eyes or sticking things in her eyes, all that kind of thing. So, yeah, she doesn't like having makeup, putting makeup on around her eyes and stuff like that. But I think the thought of it was worse than the actual operation.
And I was just so lucky to get it done.
Yeah. So, let's just have a quick look over here today. What is it? Oh, snowman. So we've got a snowman hanging up now. Yeah, so she's doing all right. Almost straight away, she said she could notice a difference with her eyes. She could see, obviously. It's an is it an intraocular lens they've put in? Yeah. It's an intraocular lens they've stuck in. They hoover out all the old crap and suck it out, and then they pop a lens in and they unfold it. And yeah, if you could watch a video on it on YouTube. It's quite interesting what they actually do. Yeah, so now she says that obviously with that eye being fixed, she's noticing that the other eye is not quite as good. But she's next month. She's got to go back to the opticians to have her eyes tested again. Now, when we went to the opticians the first time, when they said that you've got a cataract, you'll have to have an operation. She said that was starting in the other eye. This one was really bad, as in all glazed over, couldn't see a bloody thing. This one was just starting. Whether they'll let that get a bit worse before they operate on that, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see what the optician says. She can. She's like a bionic woman. She can see long distance as clear as a bell. But with close-up stuff, she she can't quite focus. The new Range Rover Diagnostic tool is absolutely fan-bloody-tastic. It was a lot of money, but then all good things normally are a lot of money. We've got it locked to the TDV8. I've not tried it on the TD6 yet. Excuse me a minute. Pardon me. Oh, I think Tina must have put some extra bubbles in a Yorkshire pudding tonight. I do apologise. What was I saying? Yeah, I've not tried it on the TD6. Tina's getting out on the strimmer tomorrow, and I'll probably go out on the tractor and cut some grass, but we're going to strim the concrete patch round by the garage so we can get the other car parked on it and I can get it jacked up, get underneath and start fixing it. I've not tried the gap tool on the TD6 yet. We've locked it to the TDV8. And so all the functions like adjusting the suspension and everything and all that, you can adjust, change the CCF files, all that kind of thing. That can only be done on the TDV8 now. You can still read and clear codes on any other Land Rover. So, as I said in the video, later on down the line when we're doing some more work on the TD6, getting it prepared for off-roading and stuff, I'll then get a license for that. And so we can do all the functions. What year is it when you can adjust the ride? I think it was 2002 up until the newest. I'd have to check, but I think the 2002 till 2006 was obviously the TD6, and then the TDV8 came out in 2006, or it might be 2000 up to 2005. On the TD6 and those years, you can adjust all three suspension heights separately. From 2006 onwards, you can only adjust the height on one setting. So say you adjust the height on the normal ride height, that adjusts the off-road height and the access height. So if you go plus 10, it goes plus 10 on all of them. If you go minus 10, it drops them all by minus 10. So it would be quite handy on the TD6 for like off-roading and stuff. I can have the access height really low so I can get in it easy. Normal ride height, we'll leave it as exactly the same as it is. And off-road height, we could have it a bit higher for extra ground clearance. I would imagine it would be the same for the petrols as well. I did see somewhere 2002 to 2006 rings a bell for that kind of thing. Excuse me while I dunk. And I'm not going to take any blame if you've just been out and bought a Range Rover. It's not my fault. But well done. You don't want a bloody panda. Pandas are... Oh, you can hear her in the background. No, pandas... I want to do my off-roading in luxury. I've been out in her Panda. She's took me around the thing in it. And it is as rough as arseholes. If I had false teeth, I'd have had to have taken them out and put them in my pocket because there's no way they would stay in your gob. So, as I've said in previous videos, off-roading, luxury. Leather seats, power steering, heated steering wheel, air conditioning, automatic. It's just lovely. Point and go wherever you like. None of this changing gear. You like sitting in a rowboat backwards and forwards. No, the Panther is good. It has its place. And I was quite surprised with the old Panther. I know our off-road little track round the field isn't too extreme because both cars have got road tyres on. But wherever the Range Rover went, the Panther went as well, without too much of a fuss. Apart from when she went over the rocks, it did ground out a little bit on the bottom. That made a bit of a noise. So, yes, we've not really been doing much on the cars in the last week or so. I have got another video coming out where I compare the Gap tool with the iCar Soft. But then I've got some other videos like gardening and stuff around the place. Just because we've got a lot of jobs to do and stuff. Quarantine the Panda for life. Yes. Well, we're restricted at the moment. We can't do anything with it. Sorry. Hey? I know, we've got all the bits to service it. We're going to get the TD6 all jacked up. I'm going to see if I can fix this pipe and then try and order one. I mean, deliveries are still going on. We've still had deliveries turn up. The workshop, the floor is all dug out. I've got a little bit more to dig out. But all that's as far as it's going to get until things have cleared up, because all builders, merchants and brickos and things like that have closed over here. So
Automotive shops are open though, so you might be able to order your parts still.
well, I'm going to probably order it online.
Yeah, I know. I think that might be one that comes through because it's
Yeah.
for fixing a vehicle.
Yeah.
Which is kind of allowed.
So yeah, the workshop is at a bit of a standstill at the moment because we can't order any chalk, membrane or reinforcing, and then we don't know if they're going to be still doing the concrete because we're not exactly an essential thing for that. I don't know if they're still working. I know all the builders, merchants and that are probably closed. You can't, like the brickos and all that. You can't. I think the brickos are still open because they sell animal feed. You can go in and buy animal feed and stuff like that, but everything else is all shut. But we are getting there with the garage. We've got the electric cable to run from power from the house up to the garage. We've got water pipe to run water from the house up to the garage, so we can have running water up there. Because I want obviously some hot water in there and obviously cold water, but we want an outside tap as well because all the vegetables are up that end of the garden. So we've got all that ready to go in. So when we've got all the other jobs cleared up, we can dig a trench, lay the water pipe. I've got some conduit for the electric cable. We'll lay that as well. Get the trench filled in. And it's all in there then, ready to go. And we can get when things start opening up again and what have you. Don't know how long it's going to be. We've just got to play it by our ear. Who knows? Who bloody knows? Time for another ginger nut. Am I making you hungry? So, with the plan is tomorrow to get out and cut some grass. I want to cut the grass out the front here as well because that's getting quite long. Council normally come round and do it with their flower mower, but he came round in the winter, but we've not seen him since. So I'll just run over that and any long bits in the field. Shan't go too wild because a lot of the wild flowers are starting to come up, so we try not to cut those down too much. But yeah, there's always plenty to do. And, you know, we've got a lot of jobs on projects. We've got lots of projects. Very nice. Nice and hot. So, what else has been happening this week? Not a lot, really. We've had nice weather this week, so we've been able to get outside. No, Have we ever seen any rabbits here?
There were some in the wild patch because she caught one once, didn't she?
Yeah, we don't see many rabbits, to be honest. We did have some rabbits down in the wild patch, which isn't quite so wild anymore because I've dragged most of it out with the digger. One of the dogs caught a little rabbit. But no, we don't seem to have a lot of problem. If anything, we'd have problem with deers. We had a deer in the garden the other day, but the dogs chased it off because one of the neighbours' trees in the neighbours' woods, because where our woods is, round the outside is like a farmer's track. And the other side of the track is the farmer's woods, and their trees have fallen down over the track into our garden. They've pushed the fence down. So we've had a deer come in the garden. Of course, the dogs saw it and they took off after it, and they've been getting in and out. Normally, I don't think they'd come in the garden because they know that the dogs are about, and normally the fence is up. I know deers can jump the fence, but we don't. We see them in the field next door, but not so much in the garden. Well, as far as we know, our local supermarket, it's all fine. There's no.
It was fine just before
Tina went shopping just before the lockdown.
Friday before.
Yeah, Tina went just before the lockdown, and there was a few items that were a little bit low. You know, dried pasta, rice, toilet rolls were low, but there was still plenty there, and soap. All the soap had gone, and hand cleaner, all that kind of thing. But I think they're pretty civilized, especially in this area because we're quite rural. People are probably used to, especially like the older generation, they're used to growing their own veg and stuff, and all that kind of thing. France is a country of arse washers. They've all got bidets in their house, so I don't think there'll ever be a shortage of toilet roll. It seems really weird. In the UK, when we used to get snow, it was always bread and milk. You go to the shops, bread and milk gone, sold out. What it is with arse paper, I do not know. It's weird. Whether it's because social media puts it up and there's a shop that's sold out and everyone's like, oh my God, they're running out of toilet paper. There's probably about 1,000 things you can wipe your arse on. If it comes to it, your bloody handful of grass. Or your toilet's normally next to the shower, jump straight in that. You know, you do what you got to do. Why is this bloody thing about all this bog roll all the time? It's stupid. And obviously buying all food out and stuff like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with that cable. I've quite grown accustomed to it. I have said, obviously, what we're doing, we're going to put stud wall there. That wire's obviously going to be behind the stud wall, and it's going to go to 2 spotlight things pointing down onto my computer over there. But we can't get on with that wall until we jack the floor up in this corner because it's just dropped a little bit. So we're going to go jack the floor up, get down in the underneath, jack it up, just fix the joist up so the floor's all at one level. Well, I won't be going down there. Hell's bells.
It's a hobbit hole, you can go through that.
A hobbit, yeah. Tina will be able to stand up under the floorboards. Anyway, so yeah, that's the plan for that. But obviously, we've not been able to get any materials. That won't be happening. This is my last ginger nut, and I've got enough tea to be able to dunk it. Here goes. It is annoying. Yeah. But you've got to live with these things, haven't you? Now, I always remember ginger nuts being a bit bigger than that. You what? Well, I've got big hands now, I suppose. When I was a kid, I obviously didn't. Everything seemed big when you're a kid. Wagon wheels, they seemed bloody massive. Now you get a wagon wheel and they're like... Oh, I don't know. I've lost my thread now. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, this wall. So, because all this is going to take time, we've got other projects on the go. Yeah, so we're wagon wheels. I've brought my speakers in and my amplifier, so I've got all my speakers rigged up now. Mixing desk. I still edit with my headphones most of the time. That is, it's just nice to have a bit of sound, and I can plug the drum kit into the mixing desk rather than through the bass amp, and play it through the speakers. So I must have another go on that drum kit at some point. I've not been on it for a while. It would start to collect dust. Well, no. Keep coughing. But don't worry, it's nothing serious. I've been coughing most of last year, I think. That's better. So, yeah. Don't know what's going on in the rest of the world. Spoke to my brother earlier on. I don't know if he's still on. I know he's commented a couple of times. I think it's all very odd situation, what's going on at the minute. None of us have obviously experienced it before. But, yeah, I don't think this social distancing thing's working very well in the UK by the look of it. Oh, Ollie's still here. Skegness was on the news quite a bit. Well, online. Skegness. What a shithole. Or people just going to the coast for a day out or a jolly. What's that all about? Social distancing. Anyway, I shan't harp on about it too much because it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. Pardon me. No, he lives in the UK. Yes. When they look back in their history books, the year 2020, the year of the toilet roll shortage. Yeah. I don't know if you heard that, but Tina shouted out on her epitaph, she's going to have, I survived the 2020 toilet roll apocalypse. Yeah, it is just a very strange one. I can't quite get my head around it, why people are so desperate for bog roll, but then I don't know what it is, really. All this panic buying. I mean, what are they going to do with it all? I mean, I saw somewhere someone said all the kids must be sleeping in the room of the parents because all the kids' bedrooms are going to be stacked from the floor to the ceiling with dried pasta, toilet rolls, and any other thing people are hoarding. But, no, we've not done any hoarding. Tina had the foresight to start, well, she didn't go out and stock up. When she went shopping, she just bought a couple of extra things that we normally get. So whatever she has got extra, tucked away down in the cellar, is stuff that we're going to use. It's not, just random bits and pieces from the shops because, it's there. So we've got plenty of flour for making bread, plenty of tin food that, it'll last a bit longer. We have got some dried pasta, but Tina makes her own pasta. And if you've ever had handmade pasta, you'd never eat the dry stuff again. It's chalk and cheese. It's so different. Which is why I did really well getting Tina a load of pasta making machines for her birthday. Eh? Yeah, well, she thinks it's good fun, but I quite enjoy the results. So yeah, we've got things like that and soups and bits and pieces, and we've got plenty of meat and bits of stuff like that. But the shops over here just don't seem to be getting ransacked, and I know we can only go out to do like one shop a week. They're now saying that only one person should be going. We have to actually print off a form on the government website. It's got basically you put in your day, date and time. You have to sign it to say that in your honour, and there's some options that you tick for the purpose of your trip outside. So it's like I've got to go to the shop for supplies, or I've got to go and see the doctor, or there's a few things on the list. You tick it and you've got to carry that with you. If you get stopped by the gendarmes and you can't produce this bit of paper, then you get fined €135. Thank you very much. It's one of them things, isn't it? So we've got to do it. But I don't know when Tina's planning on going to the shops, because I think we've got plenty of food to last for months, basically. But we'll soon be running out of eggs and fresh vegetables. So whether in a week or so's time she'll brave the elements and get hazmated up and go shopping. Yeah. Well, was it in France where they said not to bother with masks and gloves?
Yeah, they said that from day one.
Yeah, I mean, the French have said, when you go shopping, don't bother with masks or gloves or stuff like that.
Yeah, the doctor told me to wear a mask to the hospital.
Yeah, so when Tina went for surgery, she had to go and see the doctor first to get a prescription for the ambulance, the taxi. And the doctor did say to her, make sure you wear a mask when you go to the hospital. And then the French government have said, don't use a mask when you go shopping, and don't use gloves, don't use a shopping trolley. I think you probably will still get a shopping trolley, won't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll wear gloves. I know why they're saying don't wear masks, because people are getting mugged for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nurses have been assaulted to try and get masks off them.
What, in France?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Tina said that they're saying now not to wear masks because people are getting mugged for their mask. Some nurses have been assaulted to trying to get the masks off of them. It's just absolutely crazy. But Tina's going to wear a mask. She's going to wear gloves. She's going to use a trolley. And I think she's actually going to quarantine the shopping, put it out in the garage for 24 hours. Wash the fruit and veg out in the boiler room so that it doesn't we don't know if my immune system's any good. That's why we're just trying to be a bit careful. I'm not going to go out. Tina's going to go out and do it, get the shopping, as she always does. My immune system is okay, but since having happened what happened to me with the surgery and that, and then my kidneys packed up, just got to be a bit careful, basically. I had bronchitis I had a really sort of chesty cough that went on for quite most of the year, and when the doctor came out and she listened to my chest, she said that was bronchial or something. Yeah, so it did hang around for a long time, but so I just got to be a bit careful because I could be classed as a vulnerable person. Gordon Bennett. Oh, chickens. Do we really want chickens?
Yeah, I think we'll win in the end.
Tina thinks we will. You see, years ago, when we were kids, we moved to Lincolnshire. We had all the animals. We had pigs, we had goats, we had sheep, we had horses. We didn't eat the horses. We had chickens, ducks, geese. Never having geese again. Ducks just smell. And chickens leave bloody golf balls everywhere. But the eggs are quite handy. I will give you that. So we'll see how all this turnout happens, and we're concentrating on just getting the vegetables in the ground, getting them growing. Rabbits, we don't get rabbits. We get deer, but I don't think I'll be able to shoot a deer with my BB gun. I'm going to have to put in for a high-powered rifle. Even that wouldn't, Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. We had rabbits. We used to breed rabbits for the freezer. Not everyone's going to enjoy that, but there you go. Yeah, I forgot about them, actually. I think, we did eat everything else. We ate the pigs, we ate the sheep. Duck eggs, chicken eggs, geese. I don't know why we had geese, because they were bloody vicious bastards. That bloody thing used to come at you. You could kick it as hard as you liked in its head, and it would still keep coming. It was a right vicious bloody thing. Worse than a dog. Goats, we had the goats. We used to chain them up over the road to keep the grass verge cut down. Dad used to go out and milk the goat every morning, and used to make goat's cheese. Soft goat's cheese, very nice, with chives. Eh? Oh, goats and sheep are just like the Houdinis of the animal world. If they can get out, they bloody will. And goats will eat anything, so our vegetables wouldn't be safe, that's for sure. But I'll have to see what the outcome of all this is. If it's going to be an end of the world apocalypse type thing, who knows? Having said that, probably do us a bit of good, actually. I know probably a lot of you won't agree because everyone's used to their creature comforts, but especially for all these millennials, I think it would do them some good to go without. Yes. Anyway, that's a different subject for another day. Bunch of bloody snowflakes. What's going on here? So I have the gap tool in here, actually. for what it costs, that is an expensive bit of plastic. But it does a bloody good job. But, yeah, so life for us hasn't exactly changed because we don't socialise that much. In fact, we don't socialise at all. We don't go out. Neither of us really drink a lot. I have a beer every night with my dinner. Sometimes have a bottle of wine. But no, we don't go out socialising. We don't mix with the general public. When I was playing with the band, I used to turn up, set my gear up, plug it in. We'd have a sound check. Normally, if you're playing a gig in France, they feed you first, so you have to sit down to a 3-course meal. Very nice. Used to get up, play our music, play the first set, have a break, play the second set. I used to switch all my gear off, unplug it, pack it up in the car, stand there with my hand out waiting for my money, and they're like, "What, are you not hanging around?" Hanging around for what? I'm not mixing with the general public. Come on. So, yeah, I used to do my thing, get paid and go home. And I used to sit around for a couple of hours afterwards. I can't be doing all that. So that's pretty much how it goes now. We have people pop in and see us. The neighbours come past, walk past, we say hello to them. We're not anti-sociable. But, no, we just don't go out much. And I can't even blame it on being in a wheelchair because we never went out much when I was walking. But having said that, we used to work almost 7 days a week. So time we got home from work and had your dinner and that, you was knackered. So, but yeah, so life hasn't really changed much for us. Obviously, we can't just pop over and see Mum and Dad now. Mum was on about us going over for Easter Sunday for a roast lamb. I probably would say that's not going to happen now. Any other Brits close by? You see, now we was over in the Charente in France, in a little village called Bain, and there was Brits everywhere. So, they weren't the reason why we wanted to move. We wanted to move somewhere with more land, a bit more rural. We didn't want to be on the edge of a town. So we found this place, rural. Got a farm over there, cow fields all round us. We got 2.5 hectares of land ourselves, so we got plenty of land. Anyway, we started moving in. Kid come up the road on his bike and gave us a card. Oh, thank you very much. Opens it up. It's all in English, isn't it? Bloody Brits live up the road. And not only that, they live just round the corner. Some Brits opposite them own a house. Some Brits round the corner own another house. And further just down the road, there's more Brits. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in our little hamlet, isn't there? So, well, it's 5 including us. Yeah, so including us, in our little hamlet area here, there's about 10. It's probably more than that in there because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 15, 20 houses in our little area. And out of that, there's 5 of us Brits. You know, families. 5 families of Brits. So you couldn't make it up. We've bought a house out in the middle of nowhere, or so we thought. Not that I've got anything against other Brits, but some expats abroad do drive you up the wall. I won't go into anything on here because you never know who's watching.
Tell them about the petrol station.
Oh, yeah.
I said to the girl at the end of it.
When we was living at the old house and I was still walking, I think we'd gone round to the filling station to get a gas bottle. Anyway, there's this woman dancing around on the forecourt, shouting at her husband in English. they was filling the car up, but they was filling the fuel can up, obviously for the lawnmower. And I think she wanted to get them both on the same card, didn't she? She wanted to pay. She wanted to pay for the fuel in the car and the fuel in the can together, but they did it on separate fuel pumps, and she was having a bit of a job getting her point across because she wasn't speaking French to the cashier woman in the little kiosk. She was speaking to her in English, but she did slow down her English, so she was going, "Do you speak English?" She was waffling away to her. She turned around to her husband and said, "I don't think she knows what d'accord means." D'accord is okay in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
In a call. Okay.
D'accord. Anyway, we gets to the kiosk and Tina just turned around and said to her, "English on holiday."
She knew damn well we were English.
Yeah, because we was regular customers and she knew we were English and we were sort of like, oh, bloody holiday makers. How did you say it in French?
Les vacanciers anglais.
What was that?
Les vacanciers anglais.
La vacancier anglais. Yeah. Parlez-vous anglais? Not tonight. Only double Dutch.
That's most of the time.
Mick Ness is on, Tina.
Oh dear.
We're in for some bashing now. We. May we. Where? Like that's how I say it, isn't it? Where?
A lot of them do, yeah.
Where? Roast chicken. No, we had gammon tonight. You might have had roast chicken, but we had gammon, and it was absolutely lovely. And we got quite a bit left over, so we're going to have some for sandwiches tomorrow. She also did a Yorkshire pudding, which she put extra bubbles in, hence the reason I've got a bit of gas tonight. A nice bit of stuffing, some little rusty potatoes, and some Brussels sprouts. So we'll all enjoy that later on. What?
That's another reason you've got gas tonight.
What?
Brussels sprouts.
No. Well, yeah, as Tina's cooking got better now, she can see.
Careful how you
Well,
are.
when she dished it up tonight, it didn't go all over the table. Most of it went on my plate. Normally, you have to sit back. My mum's bad for this as well. When she's dishing it up, she just slaps it on the plate. And you'll see me and my dad, we just sort of lean back. Like that. As there's food flying around everywhere. Tina's quite similar to that, actually. I normally find something in my lap after she's been serving up dinner. But tonight, it wasn't too bad. It sort of like stayed on the plate a little bit. Ah! Pack it in. Go away. Stop it. Cowbag. Yeah, what do you want?
Sorry?
What do you want?
I'm just watching.
Now she can see the panda, she's having second thoughts and she might sell it.
No, she is not. It's even more gorgeous than it did before.
I think I'd have to get rid of one of my kidneys first before she got rid of that bloody panda.
Try and make sure it's the one that don't work.
Well, this is true, yes. We don't know which one's working and which one isn't. They did tell me, didn't they, which side was working?
Yeah, I think your right side works more than your left, isn't
Now, is that my right, as in my right, or the right as in you're looking at me right?
it? Well, I think on the paperwork it said the kidney on the right.
Yeah, but it depends on which way you're standing. So anyway, my right kidney's working almost 70-75%. Well, what was my left one working at? 40%? No. My left kidney works at 35 to 40%. How they know this, I do not know. I know they did scan me. They injected me with some stuff and then took some photos and bits and pieces. So whether that can tell them or not, I do not know. So anyway, I'd like to keep my kidneys. We'll get rid of the panda instead. Well, that is true. It's
Shot of the Audi.
yeah, yeah. Well, we're going to get rid of the Audi anyway. But yeah, he's just said that my kidneys work, but the panda doesn't.
Yes, it does. It'll work even better when you crack on.
Yeah. Well, once you've got that area trimmed, I can get the Range Rover fit on that thing and try and get that fixed.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow.
So yes, tomorrow we'll be cutting grass, hopefully. Well, that's if the weather holds out, because we was due thunderstorms this afternoon. The last video I've just put out is a lockdown update. We was actually sat out on the grass planting potatoes, and it started raining. It was only a brief spell, but it did rain again, just about tea time, wasn't it? And but yeah, of course it's dark now, so I can't see what it's doing out there. Can you put the Audi on the Panda chassis? No. The Audi's four-wheel drive.
They're all four-wheel drive.
Yeah, in fact, every car that we've got is four-wheel. Yeah, except the tractor. That's two-wheel drive. So we're gonna. Tina's gonna stream tomorrow if she's feeling up to it, because on her doctor's thing, when she come back from the operation, it says to not do housework for 3 weeks. Was it housework 3 weeks?
No bricolage,
No cleaning, no bricolage, no gardening,
no building,
no
no physical exercise,
no physical exercise.
as in jogging or anything,
Thank you.
for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks.
That lasted about a day.
Oh. Anyway, so tomorrow we're going to get her to trim the patch up the top there. Yeah, good night, Chris. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, she still makes us a cup of tea. Oh, it's a bit hot. So yeah, we're going to try and get that trimmed so I can get the Range Rover on there and get that jacked up and fixed. While the weather's nice, because I've got to get some more. She didn't get the biscuit machine working, but you missed it, Mick. She actually provided me with some ginger nuts tonight, which was very nice. I don't think I'll get any more, because I'm watching my figure. Watching it expand. She was going to get the biscuit machine going. Hang on. I'm just rearranging my chair. There we go. That's better. Well, I don't know. Oh, look, I'm on the telly. Looks like I'm doing something with chilies. We got a lot of chilies growing. In fact, we had a lot of chilies die. Not quite sure why. Probably because, well, I don't know, because we were watering them. Anyway, the chilies that we have got growing are Carolina Reaper, hot. Trinidad Scorpion, Moraga Scorpion, and Chocolate Bootlar. I think that's it. But I've potted them on now into bigger pots. They're still in the propagator, so we'll keep an eye on them. I'm actually feeding them with some can of start now, so that'll get them going a little bit. And once they've got to a certain size, I'll take them out of the propagator, put them on the heat mat underneath the grow light, and I'll start getting some like jalapenos growing, because we've got a hell of a lot of jalapeno seeds. And jalapenos are just like a general chili that you can do anything with, really. Whereas the other ones are hot. And the Carolina Reaper can be up to 2.5 million Scoville units. So that's a little bit ooh la la. But we've got a lot of other vegetables going in the ground. I've probably told you all this before. we've got the garlic is doing really well, and not only the garlic and the elephant garlic, over in the woods, all the wild garlic's coming up, and that's starting to flower as well. So hopefully that will spread through the woods. Not going to pick any this year because they've only just sort of come out, because you can pick the leaves off and eat them in salads and stuff. So yes, but the bluebells haven't really come up, all the snowdrops in the woods, but they might come up next year. The bulbs we put out the front have all come up. The lockdown, how is it? The lockdown for us? To be honest, the lockdown, it's no different to any other time for us. Obviously, we can't just go out willy-nilly. If we go up to the shops or if we have to go anywhere, we've got to print a form off, select a box of the reason why we're going out, sign and date it. If you get stopped and you haven't got that, then you'll get fined. But as with everything else, it's not affecting us because we've got the land. We can go out in the garden, and we don't go out. We don't socialise, and people. The only thing is, Mum and Dad can't come round, and we can't go around and see them. But it's probably a good thing because being as they're in that age bracket, getting on a bit. Well, they might be watching. But no, I don't think they're quite in that vulnerable age bracket yet. But it's best just to keep our distance. And don't know how it'll affect me. Well, he might be watching. If not, they might watch it later on or whenever. They watched the last one. Last week's one. Dad was on commenting. And I spoke to him during the week. He's been putting his greenhouse up. They've got exactly the same greenhouse that we've got, but he's got a little bit further on with his. We've got the base in the ground, but I've got to get the ground anchors in. And I've got where I've dug out, because our ground slopes down. So what I've had to do is dig one side out deeper, so we can get it level and build it up. And then, all the dirt that I dug out, it's inside. If we was to build a greenhouse, all the dirt would be piled up inside. So I think I'm gonna have to dig all that out, get the ground anchors in, and then we can start building the greenhouse, which will be a job in itself. There you go.
Take this bin up and see if I can get this stuff burned.
All right. The Hobbit's going out now to have a bonfire, burn some rubbish. Being as we are responsible neighbours, we leave it till night time so that we don't upset anybody. Because the way the weather's been, people have had their washing out to dry. But someone over there somewhere has been having a bonfire. The smoke was all drifting up through the woods. Yesterday it was smoke coming up for a bit. You couldn't smell it, but today we was out there and I could smell it. I thought, bloody hell. Yeah, Tina's started doing stuff already. You ain't gonna. It's like anything, you tell a woman you got to do something, they don't bloody listen, do they? And Tina put the last greenhouse up. There's probably a video somewhere. Or no, I don't think I did do a video. I just did Facebook updates for that one. She put most of it up. I mean, I did help, but stuff like on the roof, putting the roof on and that, all I could do was sit there with a broom, holding up the doodah roof jobby. So she did most of the work, and it stayed up. It was still up when we moved out. The only trouble with this greenhouse, it is a bit exposed out in the field. We was a little bit concerned that it's going to blow away, but obviously with the ground anchors holding it down, but it's polycarbonate sheets rather than glass. Excuse me. But I think it'll be all right. The last greenhouse at the old house took some beating with the wind. It blew a couple of panels out once, but we managed to salvage them and put them back in. So it's just those polycarbonate on the old greenhouse at the old house. The polycarbonate sheets were put in and held in with clips. This greenhouse, you put the sides up and you slide the sheets down in the grooves. Whether that'll be a better idea or not, I don't know. We shall see. The ground anchors, I'm not sure what make they are or anything, but they're like 1/2 a metre long. They've got a corkscrew on one end, obviously goes in the ground. They've got like an eyelet on the other end, with a bit welded in with a hole in the middle. So you just screw them into the ground. I've got 8 of them, so hopefully. Dad actually he did his ground anchors. Gorilla tape, yeah. Ours blew out. We put plenty of silicone on, just down the sides, but I don't think we intend to put any on the bottoms. And it had clips, but if the wind gets in the greenhouse, it just popped the things straight out. Yeah, Dad was having a bit of a job getting his ground anchors in. He tried making an attachment to go on. He's got like a big SDS drill, like a hook attachment that went in his drill bit and went through the eyelet to try and turn it in. But he said it was bending the hook thing that he made. I think in the end he just put some bar through it, but he said it did take some winding in. I've actually got a big socket which fits over the top of the eyelet on the ground anchor, and I'm going to clonk them in with my air gun. We've already got the compressor up there, so hopefully that'll do the job. Fingers crossed. I had tried doing it with the socket and a T-bar. It's a 3/4 inch drive socket set, so it's quite a big socket set, and a T-bar, but it was just turning and turning and turning, and it was going in. It has gone in, but I think I'd be there all week doing it like that. So air gun straight in, that'll do the job. I tried the air gun on Tina's little compressor, but her compressor runs out of puff. It's not got enough go to get the air gun going. By the time time it spins the air gun up, the tanks run out of air. So we've got my big compressor up there now. We got it out of the shed down the bottom, and we took it up there, picked it up, hooked it on the digger, and took it up there ready to do the greenhouse. So I've got something special arriving tomorrow. Post has still been turning up. Saturday, I think there was no post on Saturday. I think Tina said that they were sort of not requisitioning the post office, but they was using the postal service to deliver to vulnerable people, like retirement homes and all that kind of thing. Other deliveries we've been getting, they just bring it to the door. We don't have to sign for anything anymore. But I've got a parcel coming tomorrow, hopefully. What is the guitar? Can you play us a tune? Hang on a minute. I'll be back. Whoa, we're on the roll. Where are we going? Oh. Oh. Get in there. Switch it on. Right, you're going to have to tell me if you can hear this or not. Can you hear it? Let me know. Got a bit of a hum coming from it. I don't know if it's the guitar or the amp, or it might be the guitar because my volume knob's a bit... needs a bit of a clean, I think. Can you hear it? Oh, right. So I'll do requests as long as I know it. Let me see if I can remember this one. Name that tune in one. Louder. I can't do any louder. The windows will come out. My volume knob's a bit crackly. I need to get some spray in there. Troy's got to take all the pick guard off, and I can't be doing with that. If I just work it backwards and forwards. So we don't know what that was, do we? Some of you older people out there might have known that one. No takers? No? No requests either, which is good. Because I probably wouldn't know the song that you was on about. Now, I've been through some bass amplifiers in my time. This one, Eastenders. Oh, dearie me. You're scraping the barrel now. I've had big stack amplifiers, 4x10 speakers, a big 15-inch, and separate heads, but they're just so bloody heavy. I got fed up with carrying huge amps about, so I bought this one. 250 watt, 15-inch speaker, all built in, DI out, so, and it weighs 19 kilos. So I used to go to gigs, guitar in one hand, amp in the other, and that was it. Piece of cake. But I don't know any Bruce Springsteen. So I can't really help you with that one. But that song that I was just playing was Day Tripper by the Beatles. Muse. Let me see if I can remember it. Ah. No, that's wrong. How's it go? Knights of Cydonia is, well, it's a bit boring on the bass until you get to the sort of a... Hang on. I'll get it in a minute, hang on. Maybe a bit loud. Hang on. That's Knights of Cydonia. I know lots of songs, but I just can't remember them all, which is the trouble. Oh, we used to play some right humdingers. What did we play? You probably won't know this one if I can remember it. Can't remember how it goes now. Echo Beach by Martha and the Muffins. Oh yeah, this is a lovely bass guitar. This isn't any old Fender Precision bass. This is a Bravewood Fender Precision bass, made by hand, not a kit. The whole thing is made by hand, by my cousin actually. I've not checked out his website for a while. I'll take it he's still going. So is that enough for the guitar? Loose Change, best bass, best band in Lincolnshire. Yeah, okay. Oh, what songs did we used to do with Loose Change? I can't remember now. There's probably quite a few. Hotel California. No Sunshine. I used to know that one. But it's a. No, it goes like ding ding ding, dee 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 dee. Squeeze up the junction. I was actually thinking about doing a song, Coronavirus, and as a bit of a joke, I'm going to look into doing it. My singing is going to be shit, but I'm going to find the song. I'm going to see if I can make some words to fit the song. And I need to do it quite quick, obviously, because it needs to come out now. But I was thinking of doing this parody song to the music of My Sharona. So, My Sharona, Coronavirus, or My Corona, that kind of thing. I'm gonna, I'll have a look and we'll see if we can do something with that. I might need to get my brother to record some guitar and send it to me once, if I can get a bit of a mix going. My Sharona by the Knack. Do do doom 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 doom. That kind of thing. You know, Honky Tonk Woman. We used to do that one. How's it go? Trouble is, on bass, it's a bit of a job. If I play a bass line, people say, oh, I've no idea what that is. Unless it's like a really iconic bass line. You could just be playing a load of notes, basically. It's like boom, 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 boom. But if it's like a real driving part of the song, you notice it straight away. But like if I was to play the bass line for Honky Tonk Woman, it would sound nothing like until it's with the rest of the band sort of thing. I can't even remember how it goes now. Hang on a minute. Cowbell. Of course, I could be out of tune as well. Yeah, we used to do some Rolling Stones. Ollie, you should know that one. Wombats, moving to New York. Come Together by the Beatles. We used to do that one. Bum 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 bum. Can't remember it. Chunga 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 chunga. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I can just go on here. Get out of it. Get out of it. Oh, the computer's on a bit of a go slow tonight. I can't remember it. It's something like... something along those lines. But I don't know what's going on with the computer now. If I close that, I want that back open again. Motorhead. Let me just have a quick look. I used to have an app on here which used to be able to bring up all sorts of Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Oh, get out of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Motorhead, Ace of Spades. I don't know. I've gone wrong. It's alright, I'm just looking at the music. We're doing requests on the guitar now, Tina.
Well, I could hear the guitar.
Yeah.
Kira's eating too much today.
Pretty much, that is it. I don't know if I'm in tune, actually. But I'm not going back to the amp to find out. What am I doing here? So, yes. That is the guitar. From the snooker. What's the music from the snooker?
The chain.
That's the Grand Prix.
Oh, snooker, yeah.
I don't know what the music to the snooker is.
I should know it.
Tina thought it was the chain, but that's the Grand Prix, which goes a little something like this. Hang on. maybe, but people, even if they do, it's. Well, never heard that before.
Well, you never used to watch snooker.
See, I'm not big into snooker because we only had a black and white telly, so it wasn't a lot good watching snooker on a black and white telly. The Trooper, Iron Maiden, I used to know that one actually. I'll be with you shortly.
This could take some time.
Trooper. Bass. Trooper bass. Oh, no. Come on, that one. Oh, what's going on? We're having a bit of a technical hitch. Let's go back. That's a bit all over the place. I just want nice, ordinary. Oh, it don't look ever so... it's not quite so straightforward, Oliver. The Trooper, yeah. Ding, 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 ding. It's probably really easy on guitar, isn't it? Because you're just playing bloody... What's it called? I think the bass is a little bit... I'll have to listen to the song. Theme tune to a classic. Let me see what I can find. Oh dear. Hang on. This one should be really easy. It is indeed Batman. I don't know any others. me think of a classic TV theme. Pink Panther is. No, I used to know this. There you go. That's your Pink Panther. Here's one for all you saddos out there. Oh, that don't sound right. I don't think I'm in tune. Ain't far out. Perhaps I just don't know what I'm playing. It's because they're silly bloody tuning, that's why. Wow, a request just for you. Yes, it was Eastenders, is it? Something like that. So on and so forth. I suppose I ought to put it down now, really, because I've been dribbling on. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat ran over his cat. Blood and guts went flying, Postman Pat went crying. Boom, 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 boom. It's a bit of a boom, 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 boom. Not on guitar, I can't. But I don't. It's the trouble. It's not an instrument that you can just sort of play along and it be recognisable. You've never seen a flatter cat than that. Oh no. Oh, Ollie's back. Yeah, so this is the guitar. As I said, there's a lot of songs that you can play on the bass, but unless you got the rest of the band playing with you. In the town where I was born, lived a man who sailed the sea. I don't think he wants me to sing it. If I play it, you'll have to sing along. See if we've got bass tabs here.
Are you telling that or they go sing along?
Yeah, they can all sing along at home.
Shame you haven't got sound.
Yeah. In the town where I was born. That don't sound right. That ain't right, is it? Bloody hell, what's this all about? Oh dear. I was going to play it for you, but the music I just pulled up doesn't sound. This might be better. In the town where I was born.
Do Lady Madonna.
And the chorus is easy. It's we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't sound right, does it? We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. It just don't sound right. Trouble is, the bass obviously doesn't always follow what the song's doing. So it could be right if I was to play it along with the record, which would probably get me a copyright strike. See, this one is totally different again. It's let's see what it says when it gets to the chorus. I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me. Bum, bum, bada, boom. Let's try one that has already been requested. And we'll see if we can bugger that one up. I used to know this one, but so many bloody songs in my head. I don't know half of what. If you don't keep up with playing certain songs, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Over me. Went wrong. So I'm going to put it away now. I will return. Yeah. put the guitar away now. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think we're on the run. So I'll probably get a copyright claim on this video now. But I've got a piano, but I can't play the piano while I'm on here because the computer looks like it's running quite. Doing these live streams, it knocks the arse out of the computer. The CPU's running at nearly 50%. But I'll have to switch the fan up, so I can't really do anything else on the computer. But yes, all very good stuff. If you want requested songs next time, you'll have to give me a bit more advanced warning. Oh yeah, Magic Roundabout. Hang on, let me just sit. I can't do Magic Roundabout on this, but just give me a moment. I'll just tune up my little ukulele. See if I can remember how to play that. I can't. Yeah, I know. I think because I'm a small channel, there are new copyright laws on YouTube now, which if you're playing covers, you can do like ad revenue sharing. Some songs you can't do whatsoever. They're just totally banned. Hang on, let me just tune this up. Funny tuning on a ukulele. G, bottom string is a high G. The next string is a C. The string after that is E. And the string after that is A. Now we're in tune. See if this microphone will pick this up. What was it? E? I can't remember it. YouTube, I won't slate them too much, but they're robbing gits. I got a £5 super chat last week. I converted that into euros, which was €5.40. YouTube actually gave me €3.20, so they kept £2.40 for themselves or whatever, £2.20, I don't know. So let's see if we can remember this song. Do you know what it is yet? Does the microphone pick it up if I've got it down here? Because it's a bit hard to play it when it's up here. Because it's ever so small. Look at the size of my hands. The first one was cleaning windows, yeah. I can't remember what note that was now. It was E something or other. Anyway, so this one. a bit out of tune again. Come on, do we know what that one is? What film was it in? Deer Hunter, was it Deer Hunter? Whoa! Come on, you must know what that song is. Everybody knows that song. No? No takers? I'm sure it was the Deer Hunter that it was in. He didn't have ever so many teeth. Dueling Banjos. It's not quite like that, but Dueling Banjos, that was in Deer Hunter, wasn't it? Burt Reynolds and all that lot. I think that's the right film. I have got somewhere on here music. Simple ukulele. Oh. This app has been put in the cloud and now has to load. Now, there was a right big fat bloke who used to play ukulele. He's dead now. No, cheerful, he's dead now. He used to play this song. It's quite good. But I can't remember what the chords are. And I do struggle a bit with my big old fingers. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Pavarotti? Bear with me 1 moment, please. What?
The Interior Minister has reported that since Tuesday midday, there have been 91,824 infractions against the not going out.
Blimey. E minor. I'm not sure if I got this right. Hang on. What G are we using here? Oh, that one. And this never sounds right when I'm playing that. If I do it, just that one will do. So, let's see if you can get this song. I'm not going to sing it because my singing's crap. Probably have no idea, have you? But I don't think I'm in tune. Because I've not used this for a long time and it's nylon strings, they go out quite quick. Come on. Little volcano. Little volcano? No, not today. The bloke was called Israel Kamakawia Ole. He was huge, about 50 stone, and he Hawaiian or something. He used to play it up here somewhere like this, big fat hands, but he still managed to play it. And that song was Somewhere Over the Rainbow. If you listen to it, it's got a bit of a Hawaiian swing, and so it doesn't sound anything like the Somewhere Over the Rainbow that you know. Yeah, he popped his clogs. There's a YouTube video where they're scattering his ashes in the sea. Yeah. There's quite a few ukulele songs, and they're quite easy, really. Let's see what this song's all about. Let's see if you can work this one out. See, I don't actually know what a lot of these songs actually sound like. Oh, come on. This one's easy. A minor, G, C and F. Bloody adverts. Where are I can't read it because there's bloody adverts in front of what I want to do. Ah, it's a C. Now, if you know this song, you'd probably know it. I don't know it. I'm almost certain I've heard it. I don't know, but the song was Riptide. I have heard it, but I don't know it enough to know what was what. So what else we got here? Ah, I know this one. Come on, get off bloody adverts. They're doing my head in. This is C, G, A and F. What is going on here? Why can't I get rid of these adverts? There we go. That's not Little Volcano. I don't know what this Little Volcano business is. Oh, that was shite. This one is I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. Anyway, I'm going to put that away now because that is enough of that. Yes, there are many other songs that I have played and forgotten. Some of them long forgotten. I used to play in a band called Over in France. No, the band wasn't called Over in France, but the band was called Livewire. Now, I think the only reason they got me to play in the band because I brought the average age down because they were all very late 60s, early 70s. And all they wanted to do was rock and bloody roll. And it was all right. But not my cup of tea at all. Oh, dear. Talk about the TDV6. TDV8. And we've got TD6. Blimey, been on there for 2 hours. This was only going to be a short one tonight. Just a bit of a lockdown update. But as per usual, I seem to have been on here for quite some time. What are you on about, waffle? I don't waffle. Backseat driver in the other room. So, yeah. Must get it from Mum. Yeah, Mum can talk. She can talk for England and France at the same time. I don't actually know when Mum stops to breathe, to be honest. If you're watching this, Mum. Oh, dear. Don't worry, it's nothing coronary virusy type of thing. It's because I've been talking so long. It is Mother's Day today, but what I normally do is when it's Mother's Day, the English Mother's Day, I'll say, "Oh, sorry, Mum, I forgot all about it. We'll do the French Mother's Day," and then French Mother's Day comes and goes, and we forget all about that as well. She's quite lucky that we actually remembered her birthday, because normally it gets to her birthday and I was like, oh, it's Mum's birthday today. Better phone her up and say happy birthday. Because we don't have calendars or anything with stuff written down. But yeah, you know. This year we bought her some like ornamental vase things for outside so she can plant some flowers in them. Something useful this year. And yeah, it'll be Dad's birthday next. I'll buy him a plectrum for his guitar. I might even stretch and buy him a couple. You watch it, hold me to that now. Where's my plectrum then? Who needs to grow? Mum grow vegetables. Mum's got loads of bloody vegetables growing. Plenty. Buy him a trowel. That'd be no good. The trowel would be alright for Mum. I can't see my dad using a trowel. Obviously he does do gardening, but with a spade and a fork and... Oh, bloody hell. Dry throat tonight. Yes, please. I'll regret it because I'll be peeing all night. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean now. What sort of a trowel? Hey, he's got plenty of those. Look at that. We're getting a cup of tea. Well, I wasn't coughing to hint, was I? I was coughing because bloody throat's gone a bit. But too much waffle. We're not waffling. We just had Jukebox Jury on. We just had Jukebox Jury on. Yeah. I said what I might do. I'm gonna. Somebody said to make a song up about coronavirus and toilet rolls. I was thinking about this earlier on, and I've said to them I'm going to try and do it to My Sharona.
What, my Corona?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. But I've got to print off the lyrics and then work out some new lyrics. I might have to.
What you're doing on a rainy day.
And I might have to get Ollie to record some guitar and send it over.
Yeah.
Are you still there, Ollie? Is he still on? Oh, I can't have any more ginger biscuits tonight because I had 5 and I really didn't ought to have it any. Oh, dearie me. Is there any way you can record guitar and send it to me? As a... I don't know what sort of file it would be. Because I'll be putting it in GarageBand if I write this song. I can do the drums, I can do the piano, and I can do the bass. I'll do some lyrics. But I've got no guitar. Tina's got a guitar, but Tina was actually getting quite good at guitar. Whatever you record it on, will it be compatible with GarageBand? Or what I could do is I could record it, send it to you, and you add the guitar and then send it back. Something like that. Yeah, Tina, she's got a guitar kicking about somewhere. She's also got a cello, and she's also got a clarinet. I bought her a cello for Christmas, 2014, I think it was. Because she used to play it at school. So I bought her one. She was playing on it, getting quite good. We got her a guitar. Her dad got her a guitar. Aldi's or Lidl's was doing a guitar amplifier, bag, lead, and a CD for €49. So he bought himself one, and he said about it, and we said, we'll get one for Tina. So she actually started learning guitar, and Pinball Wizard. You know, not the easiest of songs to learn to play, but she picked it up quite well. I think she's forgotten it all. But having said that, I did that because I've got a saxophone down here. I started learning the saxophone, and I wasn't getting good, but I got back into reading music properly. Thank you very much.
That's what I've got to do. You got quite good at the 1812 overture.
Oh, the 1812 overture.
That was the one, wasn't it?
It was the Hall of the Mountain King.
Or was it the whole?
Bum 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 bum
That's
bum
the
bum.
one.
Yeah, and Baker Street. I could do the start of that, but I knew where all the notes were, and I was back into reading music again. But it's gone. I'm gonna have to start again. Start from scratch.
Well, when I can kick you out of the gym room, I shall get my cello out.
It's getting hot in here.
I've turned the heating down for the night.
I don't want to be having a funny turn. Not live online.
Open the window if you want. You get the bugs in. But...
No, I'll be all right. Yeah, it was no. He said, was it a bad year for kitchen equipment? I can't remember what I must have got you stuff that year. 2015, I bought you a load of stuff for the kitchen.
Yeah, not 2014. That was the year Mum died.
Yeah.
And the cello was the big present.
Yeah.
Oh.
The crack is still there. It hasn't got any bigger. But Tina can now walk from this room to the next room.
You have to breathe in a bit.
The 2000 giveaway was about 3 months ago. And there was actually a video on that. I suppose I ought to take that video off, really. Because I've had a few comments recently. Is that competition still running? Because I'd really love that camera, but it's long gone. Sorry about that. Yeah, there was a video picking the winner. We did it all on the computer, and so it wasn't. I did still get some complaints the way that we did it, but message retracted. Oh well. Yeah, so the crack in the wall, it's still there, but Tina can walk all the way through it now. No, it's not moved since we filled it up with no nails. But yes, all good stuff. Don't know if I'm having a funny turn or what. A drone giveaway? I don't bloody think so. Do you know how much they cost? I gave my last one away. I think Michael's got that now. The first drone I had used to crash, and it actually flew into the kitchen door and nearly took Tina out. It had a mind of its own. Dad had the same drone, and when I was trying his out, his was working perfectly. So I was playing with the switches, and it turned out the drone I had was one of the switches, because it had a lot of different modes on it. It had like GPS, altitude hold, orbit, or just an ordinary flying. The switch that on mine for the orbit and of some other functions was wired up backwards. So when I had it into what I thought was normal fly mode with altitude hold, it was trying to orbit the orbit. So whatever I was doing to it, it was trying to correct, and it flew in the door, crashed in the kitchen. But can we do a pack of toilet roll giveaway? Toilet roll, kitchen towel. Oh dear. Yeah, well, there's no shortage of that over here. Well, there wasn't a shortage of it. Whether it still applies, I do not know. But yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, last couple of days I've been going a bit dizzy, and it's nothing to do with coronavirus, because it was happening to me last year. But yeah, got the doctor. Well, the doctor wrote a prescription out for 3 months worth of pills, which is a bit unusual, obviously for the situation at the minute, so that we can get the pills. And but she said at the end of 3 months to have a blood test, and then she's on about knocking down. I'm on some diabetes pills. I'm not diabetic, but the doctor said at the time that the blood test results, it was sort of, you was heading for it. So he says, well, take some pills, get it under control, change your diet. So, but he said, with these pills, you probably will get the squits, the 2 bob bits. And so at the time, I was on laxatives as well. So I stopped taking them. I was on the diabetes pills. But I don't know, last summer I was like really, really bad. A couple of days I was in bed. Doctor come out, took blood pressure and this, that and the other. Anyway, it was last year it was when it got hot, and I would get hot on my, and then I could feel it coming on. Years and years ago, I used to get migraines, not so often, not ever so often. Whether what I was getting then is the same as what I'm getting now, because I used to get like a really bad headache, and that would really like bugger my day up basically. And of course, if if we was going out on the motorbikes, I think Ollie was round one time, and I was like, oh, absolutely, really suffering. And it's like, oh, well, we're not going out now, then, are we? So anyway, I got up, I threw up, and I was fine, right as rain. Off we went. So whether it's a bit of an underlying thing that's always been there, and I don't know. But anyway, when I came out of hospital, I was working in the garden, going in the greenhouse at 40 odd degrees, no problem at all. Last year, the year that I was on these diabetes pills, I was having funny turns and throwing up and all sorts. And it's just this last week. But having said that, I've been cutting down the diabetes pills, not taking quite so many, thinking that those pills were causing me to go a bit lightheaded and stuff. But now I've got a bit bunged up. Won't go into too much detail, but you know. So start taking the pills again. But luckily I've got some boxes of laxatives left from the last lot, so they're not they don't turn you inside out or anything. I looked it up what these laxative things do, and you have them over a course of like 3 days, and it basically helps you empty your bowels out. Normally for surgery, but for some reason, I mean, they got me on these laxatives because there was a bit of an iron problem in my blood at one point after the operation and that, because I was on iron tablets and all sorts, but that was causing some issues. Oh, yes. All input, greatly appreciated. The pills that I'm on for diabetes is Stagid, and the other pills that the doctor prescribed me at the same time is fenofibrate. See what she says. Because we said to the doctor, our doctor broke her leg, so she couldn't visit. So we got another doctor out to the house, and he checked me over from a prescription and that. And we said to him about it. He said, could it be anything to do with the pills? He said, oh, no. He says, your blood pressure's dropping. When I've had some dizzy spells before, I've put the old blood monitor thing on, and my blood pressure does drop. But I don't know if it's because of these pills. You can go on the internet and find out all these things, but you know, the internet's not the most reliable source, is it? Old Dr. Google. But you know, and Tina did actually, when she went to the pharmacy to get my pills, she did actually, you did mention it to him, didn't you? But he wouldn't tell her. He said no. He said you need to speak to your doctor. It's like, well, I wasn't going to stop taking my pills. You know, I just wanted to know if they could cause the issues that I'm having. But so yeah. But we'll get there in the end. I'm supposed to be going to see some specialists in the hospital. I've got to see a heart doctor. I've got to see a kidney doctor. But our doctor was going to sort all that out. And then she went away on a course. Then she came back and then she broke her leg. So she's not actually done it. And now, obviously, I don't want to be going off to hospital seeing doctors and specialists. It's just to keep on top of what's been happening and keep an eye on me and stuff. And who knows? Who knows? Let's have a slurp of tea. So, yeah, it would be good to get to the bottom of it because it's not ever so nice. Keep feeling rough. Of course, when I do have a bit of a turn, you can't exactly just call the doctor out and say, oh, look, what's going on? Because it happens and then it goes. And then by the time she comes out, it's long gone. And I don't want to be going back to hospital. Oh, sod that. I had enough time in hospital in 2016. Yeah, but I used to get headache when I was in Peterborough. I used to get headache really bad with it as well. But now I just come over all hot, go dizzy. I mean, the other day I went dizzy and I was like holding on to the wheelchair thinking I was going to fall out of it. And then I had a bit of a turn in the bucket. But it took quite a long time to recover. But I was in the shower having a shave, and Tina normally opens the door and puts the heater in there. And I was just sat there having a shave and brushing my teeth. And I was like, whoa, hang on. And then all of a sudden I felt really hot. And that was it. I was off. So, how do you spell stagid? Stagid. Is that's what its proper name is?
Yeah.
And that's the only name on it?
As far as I'm aware. You want to go and find the box?
No, that's all right. But yeah, it's almost the same. Once I've thrown up, I normally start getting myself back together again then. But because I've not been because I've not been going regular, I don't know if that's anything to do with it as well. So we're back on the laxatives. You can get all your stuff on bensgarage.org. Hang on, let me put the... There you go. Phenofibrate is known to make you feel sick. Yeah, Mum said that, and because she was on phenofibrate, and she said that they used to make her feel sick, and that's why she used to start taking them at night time. But then the doctor told her he should be taking them in the morning. It's the dizzy spells and that, and the throwing up that I'm not quite sure of. What am I selling on there? Over on the website, there's two different. There's Teespring, common side effect, yeah, and there's another website called Free Web Store. The Free Web Store, I'm selling stickers and stuff like that, fridge magnets and pin badges, which I've actually got the stock of here. On Teespring, it's t-shirts and stuff that I don't know. Hang on, I'll have a look at what it says on the Stagid thing. Have you got a... Can you get me the Stagid thing out the drawer? Please. Mick's sister is a pharmacist. And she's at work at the moment at Tesco's.
I think that tells you everything you need on it.
Thanks.
You see it? Do you want the box?
If you don't mind. Just says Stagid 700 milligrams. But there's a lot of writing underneath it and I can't read it because it's on this bloody thingy. Tina's just finding the box out. Let me go back to my other. There we go. Oh. Says we're live. Stagid, compris. Yeah, it is in French. But when I put stagid in on the internet, it does come up as a... pardon me. Excuse me. Oh, gaseosa tonight. She's put extra bubbles in that tea. Silky changes. It's in French, yeah. Stagid. We'll get to the bottom of it sooner or later. I just don't want to be having a summer like last summer where I was bloody having to sit indoors out of the sun. Because it's just, there's lots to do. Thank you very much. Oh, look at what's...
Yeah, I'm just having a look at this. Even this, I think, just says stagid. I don't know if it's got any ingredients on it. Stick them back in the drawer.
Yeah, thanks. Ombonate de metformin. Of course, it's all in bloody French, isn't it? Oh, here it says on the back. Effects indesirable, très frequent. Trouble digesting. Nausea. Vomiting. Diarrhea. Doesn't look like it's very nice stuff. But the doctor did say that it might be able to come off of these because the last blood test may metformin, yeah, ombonate de metformin, stagid, 700 milligrams, compris, séchable. But the side effects don't look very good on the back. Trouble with digestion, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, gas. Well, perhaps that's why I'm burping a lot, because if I'm blocked up, the gas has got to come back up, hasn't it? I don't know if it worked. Eh? Brussels breath. She's got some nerve, that hobbit, hasn't she? Yeah, so if trouble is I've got to wait 3 months for my next blood test. But they said my last blood test we just had, all my blood sugar levels were right down, because on the French blood tests they send it off and you get a copy and they send a copy straight to your doctor, and each thing they're testing for, they gives you like the brackets of the range that it should be within. So my cholesterol was just slightly on the high side, just outside the brackets, but my blood sugars and everything like that, which the stagid is supposed to be controlling, were quite low in the actual brackets. And I think the doctor's seen that and said that we might be able to come off the pills, the diabetes pills. Obviously, I've still got to watch my diet and what I eat, but we're not eating the crap that we were eating, and I'm still putting weight on. That could be a side. That is a side effect for the atenolol that I'm on, which is a beta blocker for my old ticker. Now my heart's good. So they told me it was all the plumbing that was round it that went. So I'm on rat poison. No, I'm not. It's not warfarin. It's Cardagic. thins the blood, and a atenolol for a beta blocker, which lowers the heart rate. So whatever I do, like even when I get on the exercise bike, before I could get my heart rate up to 140, 150, no problem, bish bash bosh. And now, if I even push myself, I can just about get my heartbeat to 103. So, and one of the side effects for atenolol was weight gain. Because we do eat big portions, I suppose, but we have cut back, and we don't eat snacks, we don't eat sweets or chocolate or crisps or anything, no fizzy drinks. I only drink water and the occasional cup of tea. Who knows? But we will get to the bottom of it. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap up tonight's little live stream, because it is now 10:30. And I think I need to go and have a lie down. It's been a busy day. If you've seen the video I put out earlier, I was out there bumming my way down the grass. Also gives you stomach pain, vomiting, or slow and irregular heartbeat. What does that? This stagid stuff, metformin, is that what that does? So it looks like we could have narrowed it down to the stagid causing issues. Yes, that one. Thank you very much. So when we see the doctor next, we can see if we can come off of those, and hopefully all will be well. So I think we're going to wrap this one up for tonight, because I'm absolutely shattered. And your help is much appreciated. Yeah, we'll speak to you soon, Ollie. I'll let you know about that guitar. I've got to work it out first, and then we can put it together, and we'll do a video, and hopefully it'll be quite a laugh. Some people might not see the funny side of it, but if you can't laugh about something, then what can you do? So yeah, even if you just did it recorded it in Audacity, I think that'll open it up in GarageBand. I'm not sure what. I think it is MP3 in GarageBand, so I should be able to just drop the track in. I've not used GarageBand a lot, but I've just been working out how to use it and this, that, and the other. So yeah, next rainy day I'll get onto that and see what we can do. Oh dear. Pardon me. Flipping heck. So yeah, I'm going to sign off for tonight, and keep your eyes out for during the week. We'll get some more videos out. I've got some videos already uploaded, ready for release. Not too much car stuff at the minute. There is another car video coming out, but then we've got some work to do on the cars, so I can get those videos sorted. And we'll see how the week pans out with this lockdown and everything. And I'll maybe do a live stream next week just to check back in, make sure everybody's all right and everything. And we'll take it from there. So thank you all for coming. It's been a blast again. And yeah, so I'm going to sign off, and we'll catch you all next time. And it's bye for now. And from The Hobbit as well. Shout bye, Tina. I don't know if you heard that, but she just shouted bye as well. Bye for now. End stream.